impressive performances this season. All eyes on the young phenom and his tremendous potential. It's Rodriguez digging in, big-time pitcher, so he better have a plan, Siggy. Otherwise, it's a short trip.
Yeah, but he's just got to pick a pitch and go. No guessing, no hesitation. He got away with one there, but he knows he can't go into that spot very often against a guy like this.
Swing and a ground ball. And foul ball.
Part of the order coming through now, and with one home run already in this inning, they're definitely looking to do some more damage.
Man at second. Breaking ball, and that got him. So now it's the four-hole hitter, Brett Beatty. Runner takes off. Swing and a ball popped in the air. Base hit into the outfield. The tag, and he's out at second. Back here in Queens, ready to go for the last half of the inning. So the New York Mets are holding their own so far this season. They're a team that was viewed as a real contender to make some noise, so they might need to turn it on.
Well, it's early, and they haven't put themselves out of contention yet. Maybe they aren't running away with the league, but they're still in a position to battle for a spot in the postseason.
That's true. Over the course of the season, you win the games you should win, and things tend to work out. Rodriguez swings through it for strike one. Swing and a miss, and that one missed by a ton.
Well, pretty clear to me. He's trying to go deep right there, but you got to get a pitch that you can handle.
Struck him out swinging. That ends the inning. Back here at Citi Field, bottom of the seventh, Ty Rodriguez up now for the Mets. Sliced hard but foul.
Well, these Mets, digging into their numbers, have to be happy with the swings they're taking. They have 5 extra base hits on the stat sheet so far, and that tells me they're seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well. With all those extra base hits, it's easy to think we're going to see that trend continue the rest of the game. They seem to be really locked in at the plate.
Swing and a miss, struck him out, and that's the first out.
Well, one of the things that hitters will do is they'll look.
Rodriguez had a game to forget.
Well, I don't want to pile on a player when he's down, but that was a lousy game at the dish. Sure, they got the win, but if he performs like that, it doesn't make it easy.
Ty Rodriguez, a rising star, continues his professional journey again. And taking the ball for the Mets, Ty Rodriguez. He's near the top in strikeouts, and opponents still haven't figured him out.
Yeah, his swing and miss is nasty, baffling would-be hitters on a weekly basis.
It's not just his power, it's his command of the strike zone that jumps out to me, Singy.
Yeah, he's must-see TV. Sign me up for that subscription. Every game is a pitching clinic.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Struck him out looking. Called strike 3 and a fastball up in the zone. Here's Bryce Harper. Close one, doesn't get the call. And that is ball one. Pitcher thought that was a strike. He's going to challenge. Oh, 0-2 now. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Well, there appears to be no problem settling in on the mound out there today. It looks pretty tough to start this one, punching out the first 2 hitters of this ball game. And somebody's going to have to put the bat on the ball, put it in play, and get something going.
Comes up empty. That's strike 2. Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. 2 down, nobody on.
No,
Nope,
he's not afraid
outside.
to fall into a two-strike count. Knows the strike zone very well, so much so that I think umpires will look at him and determine whether it's a ball or strike.
Got him. Strikes out the side to begin the game. What a start. So 2 down. Stepping in the long ball threat, Ty Rodriguez. He swings and hits a fly ball center field. Pulls it in on the run. That is back here in Queens. We move ahead to the top of the second now. So the Philadelphia Phillies have had a rough go so far this season. Siggy, they got to be scratching their heads in that clubhouse.
Actually, Boog, I think the way they respond in the clubhouse is going to be critical. If you're able to laugh it off, trust your talent, and work hard, it should work out in the end. But there's no doubt they put themselves deep underwater in the standings, and they've got a lot of ground to make up. Big few weeks coming.
Stepping in, Justin Crawford. Swing and a miss as he was late. Strike 2. No score here in the second. Misses.
Ball, that's outside.
It's a ball and 2 strikes. Another one. That's 5 straight strikeouts.
I'm not saying it wasn't a strike or, it was a ball, whatever, but just the location with that velocity. It's hard enough to, even if the velocity's not great, but that velocity, that location, tip your cap.
2 down, nobody on. Swing and a miss. There's the changeup.
Up hard in, soft away, and now he's in an 0-2 count. He's got to figure out a way to try to sit in between, perhaps choke up a little bit, and just try to get the bat to the baseball.
Here's the 0-2.
Well, that's kind of what you expect in an 0-2 count. Excellent job of the hitter to have the plate discipline to lay off of that pitch.
Fights that one away. Still 1-2. Strike 3, and now 6 strikeouts in a row. We'll go to the bottom of the second. Welcome back. Let's check out what's been happening of late. Really been struggling. Dominic Fletcher leading things off and takes a strike. That one fouled off. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Picks up strikeout number 7.
Quite the start to this game on the mound. Looking very dangerous to these hitters. 7 punch-outs already. So this lineup hasn't had much success trying to figure him out. I'm impressed with what we're seeing here.
Right through there for a strike.
Feels like the fastball is catching them off guard at times. They've watched several go by for strikes, and they're still not attacking them for some reason.
Goes down swinging for the strikeout. Strikeout number 8.
Now 3 pitches, down, fastball up, swinging. Boog, it's like learning a chord progression, getting those strums right, man. So many pitchers prefer working north-south these days compared to the east-west, and that was a great example right there. Got close to the immaculate inning, and he just couldn't find the zone right there. When you think about it, 9 straight strikes, so tough to do.
This one chopped to first. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it.
Up next for the Mets, the designated hitter, Ty Rodriguez.
Fair ball. Throw stops the lead runner at second. 2 on and 2 out. And now it's Mark Vientos. The 0-1. Ground ball to the right side. And that chance handled. Tosses to first. That's the inning. Back here at Citi Field. All set for the start of the inning. Brandon Nimmo stands in for the Phillies.
Yeah!
It really feels like we might be running out of time before a rain delay is called. This rain is not letting up.
Yeah, and if we do get a delay, the unfortunate thing is the clock's going to start ticking on these pitchers, and they won't be able to keep their arms warm forever if it's a long break, and going to have to exit this game a little early.
Check swing, and he went. That's strike 1.
Well, here's a good opportunity in this inning to get on the scoreboard after that leadoff hit, and hardly order coming up right behind them. This is where they need to get going.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Oh, there's a 3-pitch strikeout. He can do whatever he wants with the baseball right now.
Schwarber in the box here and fouls it off for strike one. Next offering in there for a strike. No balls, 2 strikes. Crushed. Left center field. This one's deep. Forget it. Kyle Schwarber with a rocket. His 4th home run of the season. Here's Turner now. Rodriguez looking to lock back in after giving up the lead.
Still in this, so can't dwell on it. Got a chance right now to keep it close. They partnered back in 2023. Turner homered off the same pitcher twice in the same inning. Only a few players have ever done it, and his were against his former team, the Washington Nationals.
Comebacker to the mound. Slinging it to first in time.
It's a good recovery, though, after giving up the home run. Not allowing it to stay in the head, but going to work at the next hitter, and a tough one at that.
2 down, nobody on. Top half of inning number 4. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Got him looking. That's the 3rd out. Ready now for the 5th inning, and now for the Phillies, Joey Bart. Out towards right center field. It gets down, a base hit. So a man on base to start the inning. Dominic Fletcher stands in for the Phillies. Rodriguez looking to recover after the leadoff hitter gets on.
Well, 1 on, no outs, and the pitcher's job now is controlling the situation. Focus on this next hitter and move on.
Late on that fastball.
Really going after him here. All fastballs to get ahead in the count.
That's to 3rd. Bichette. 1 at 2nd. To 1st. Double play. Nicely done.
Oh, 1.
This one in the air, center field. And that is that. Down quickly. And that is out of play. Chris, he's currently the team leader in stolen bases.
Well, pretty clear to me. He was trying to go deep right there, but you've got to get a pitch that you can handle.
Swing and a miss. Had him out front for strike 3. Back here in Queens, start of the 6th, John Shambi with Chris Singleton. And leading off, Raynel Delgado. Pulled hard, but it's a foul ball. Looks like the weather could actually play a factor in this one. It's coming down pretty good.
Yeah, it is, and it's not too bad yet, but the field's not going to be able to hold up if the rain gets any worse than this. So keep an eye on the pitcher's mound as well.
Got him swinging. It's a strikeout.
Gosh, here it is, hit it. 3-pitch strikeout, all fastballs. Man, he's got a lot of confidence in that pitch right now.
Ball 1.
The Mets leading by a run, and we're in the top half of the 6th. Foul ball there. The 1-2. Battling here as he fouls it away. 1 down. Phillies down a run. Breaking ball misses down and away. Sits him down looking. Now it doesn't strike outs for him in this one. Here comes Bryce Harper.
Hey.
Close, but called a ball. And that's ball one. Rodriguez wants to challenge that one. Thought it was a strike. That misses. And the count 1-2. Ripped on a line. And that should be extra bases. Now he'll turn for second. And the double puts the tying run in scoring position with 2 away.
Couldn't have timed it up any better.
Here's a new pitcher from the pen, John Schreiber.
Pretty big spot he's coming into, trying to strand that runner at second base. So he's going to need to make some quality pitches. He does have first open if he needs to use it.
Here's a swing and a drive left field, and he knew it. His 12th of the season, and they add a run. It's 5-2.
That's a swing that'll boost the win probability for sure. You see how he stays square to the plate. He takes a breaking ball that's away, gets around it, gets it up in the air, and hits a long home run. Not exactly the way that you teach it in the cage, but you'll take the result.
Rodriguez with a solid two-way performance in this ball game.
He took care of business out there on both sides of the ball, Boo. Not a bad effort at all.
And next for the Mets, Ty Rodriguez. He's someone who quickly made a splash at this level, Chris, a former Rookie of the Year. Late on that fastball.
Well, he threw that fastball right by him, gives him a little bit of confidence, but in the back of your mind, you got to think, is he trying to set me up for later in this at-bat?
Swing and a miss, and he got him to chase. On the ground to the left, and it goes just foul. Man at first, one away. Cut on and miss. Curveball struck him out.
Really good, hard bite to that breaking ball for the strikeout right there. I mean, he was able to bury it down below the zone, and that's throwing the pitch with conviction.
Oh, now this is drilled to center. Way back there. On its way and gone. His 13th home run of the season. And the Mets on the board first. It's 1-0.
The one thing the pitcher didn't want to happen just happened. That's not an easy one to stomach.
That home run was a no-doubter. As we dive into the numbers with StatCast.
Crushed. Just absolutely crushed. 112 miles per hour on the exit velo, and like you said, no doubt about that one. Plenty of launch angle to give it that backspin as well, and that carried way over the wall.
Rodriguez in the box as he fouls off the first pitch. Comes up empty.
He's got one already tonight. I wouldn't be surprised if he pops another one here.
Swings and misses at the breaking ball in the dirt. Out on the drop, third strike, 2 gone.
Well, classic pitch sequencing there to change eye levels for the punch out. That fastball on the pitch before was up. It was very competitive, and that gets you thinking that he might try to climb the ladder. But then the curveball out of that same tunnel just falls off the table, and you can't make contact.
Rodriguez, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball 1.
Ball, that's out.
Got it started a little too early. Strike 1. swing and a miss. There's that changeup. Got him swinging for the K. Slider got him for strike 3. Rodriguez digging in. Pressure's thick right now. Singy, one well-placed swing, and we've got a brand new ball game.
Yeah, this is the moment that hitters dream about. It's time to rise to it.
He was late there. Strike 1.
Well, comfortable or not, these are the situations closers they seem to live for. I mean, you get into some hot water, a jam, tough spot, whatever you want to call it, but this is where they earn their keep.
The Mets down to their final strike. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2.
Really great change of speeds. He goes off the off-speed to the fastball, and the hitter doesn't know what's coming next.
That one's upstairs, ball 1. Next offering is outside. The Phils trying to close out a one-run lead. And the home team trying to pull it out. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. The 2-2. Got him. Ricky Holiday with the call. Throw to first. Ball game. And the Phillies hold on to win a tight one as this one ends as a one-run ball game. Rodriguez had a decent showing in the loss. Just one hit, but it did leave the yard.
Not one to put on the personal highlight reel necessarily, but wasn't a big downfall for him in the loss.
One down. And next for New York, Ty Rodriguez. He's someone who quickly made a splash at this level, Chris, a former Rookie of the Year. Rodriguez matched a homer in his last game. That one finds the corner. 0-2. Pulls the string with the changeup, struck him out.
Well, there appears to be no problem settling in on the mound out there today. It looks pretty tough to start this one, punching out the first 2 hitters of this ball game. And somebody's going to have to put the bat on the ball, put it in play, and get something going.
Up the middle, Rodriguez. On to first, and quickly one away in the second. Welcome back. Let's take a look at how the series has played out so far. That one ripped left field. And it's off the wall. And it's a leadoff double to start the bottom of the 4th.
Anytime you smoke a ball off the wall, you kind of think about what it could have been, but obviously you have to be happy with that result.
Man at second. He's trying for third. In there for strike 3. The throw, tag, and he's out.
Well, Boog, I never really like trying to steal third base when my teammate's up there with 2 strikes. That hitter's got a battle going on, and they see you take off. Everything gets a little more exciting, a little quicker. They might end up swinging at a pitch that's not in the strike zone. Right there, a strikeout and a throw out at third. It's just really disappointing.
Ground ball could be 2. There's 1, and that's 2. Rodriguez digging in, 2 outs and a shot to really swing the tone of this game.
Man, this would be a backbreaker, Boog.
The Mets trying to break this one open here in the bottom half of the 8th inning. On the ground to third. Inning over on the ground out. Took just 2. Rodriguez with a less than great game in this one.
They got the win, but it sure wasn't because of him. He needs to wash this one off in the shower and do better.